It is what it is.
We're into the closing seconds now of this game.
Game is going to be finished in around 10 seconds. But yeah, Eddie leaving.
Not been good enough in open play though. Now I can say that 92 minutes in, because obviously 27 minutes in I felt maybe I'm being
You were. If you did it at 27, we were looking very good.
But that was highest intensity. Now 92 minutes in, I think from open play.
It's the final whistle. Let's discuss it quickly then. I know it's a final whistle. Congratulations to Arsenal. We won 2-0. We've won the Emirates Cup here. We're going to go into penalties. But let's discuss it because there was a drop, right? But what is that?
A drop is fine. You know what? A drop is fine because the level we played at for that opening, but even against Leverkusen, like the level we played at, the intensity, it's bound to drop.
Yeah.
But you need to make sure you capitalise off that, and that's what City used to do so well. They used to do it so well because they'd be 2, 3, 4 up sometimes in after half an hour. And Arsenal used to do that back in the day. How many times the first 20, 25 minutes were 3-0 up, 4-0 up?
Yeah, they always say in football that when you're on top, you have to score.
And Aston Villa last year, and listen, big up Fulham, because they deserved their win. But Aston Villa and West Ham, in both first halves, West Ham even in the second, but Aston Villa first half, we should have been 2-3 up. Because it was intense, we was creating openings but not opportunities, and we didn't capitalise. And then because we tailed off and they start getting back into the game, they win the game.
Well, if you go back to the season before that, the Liverpools and the West Hams was up, and then they came back and we drew the games. It's similar. There was a drop
but that's
there.
because that was a very different issue. That was mentally we wasn't prepared. And we were still very fragile.
Do you think that's what it's down to, really?
100% it was mentally. Why do you think Ramsdale's been dropped? Mentality. Why do at the end of the day, Rob Holding came up. Please do not remind me of that. Rob Holding came in. So there was levels and different reasons to it. I just think, listen, 2-0, 2 nice corners, and that's a big part of our ammunition now, corners.
And I'll tell you what else he'll be happy with is the fact that we didn't concede.
Yeah, it was a clean sheet.
As a manager, you never want to concede goals.
From last
Marino
season.
might help with the chart, because there's also an issue with us actually creating. You see when Martinelli early in the second half passed it to Odegaard, and Odegaard had a shot.
Yeah, that's
and I said
first
that's
time shot,
more of that. We didn't get more of that. We didn't really get any more of that
from there.
Quick. We got fast players. We're quick in the transition at times, but then all of a sudden we're building up again.
So is your concern, Turkish, though, and then obviously Laurie in the conversation as well, is your concern the fact that in the Premier League you have that slight dip, and then that can be capitalised on by other teams? Or do you think we're at a stage now, which I believe we are 2-0 up? Yeah, there can be a dip in what you're seeing with intensity or whatnot, but because the defence is so solid, I don't really see teams getting back into the game. Or do you still fear we should be killing teams off more when we're in that dominant phase? We should be scoring more than 2.
Two's a good base.
Yes,
for sure.
That's what I think as well.
And that's why people say, look, it's 2 today. That's a good base for sure. But in the Premier League, we've seen already, it can cost you if you don't take your chances, if you don't make those dominant periods count.
That's if you don't.
I think what was slightly disappointing for me is, okay, like we said, 2 goals, 2 set pieces. But if you analyse it, we were the dominant team, right? Pretty much most of the game, and we did create some clean chances that we didn't take. So I don't want to sound in any way.
No.
Listen.
I'm still excited.
We're just having an honest discussion.
Yeah. This is a conversation.
You want the team.
It's not negative. We just won.
Yeah.
The game.
So what I'm saying is, we got the 2 goals from 2 set pieces.
Yeah.
We were by far the better team.
Yeah.
What you want is for the strikers or whoever, the forward players, whoever it is, to be a bit more clinical, because we spoke about Martinelli for example. He had a couple of chances, clean through, didn't take it. Havertz had a couple, didn't take it. So you're looking for the attackers to take their chances. That didn't happen in this game.
But we do understand, just quickly, so to cut you, we do understand that not every chance we create is going to be a goal. In football, life doesn't work. It doesn't work like that in football.
No.
Fact. So are we being overly critical, or is it no?
No, it's more of an observation. It's not a criticism as such.
Okay.
Because, as Turkey said, there's going to be games coming up in the Premier League where it's going to be tight.
Yeah. And
it might be just that 1 or 2, chances you get that can make the difference. You know what I mean? We always acknowledge, goals change games. So sometimes you might not even be playing that well. And then you get the chance, you got to stick that away, man. That could be the difference between 3 points or, or
none.
1 or none.
Yeah.
So, but listen, from what we've seen, I said it earlier, they do look like a team that is ready for me.
Yeah, fitness-wise,
They look ready. fitness-wise, energy-wise, patterns of play-wise, key players-wise. I thought Odegaard today, for example, I thought he was man of the match today.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean, there was other players that looked sharp.
I can actually take a lot from this performance. I'm quite happy going into.
So I'm pleased with what I'm seeing.
It was nice to see Calafiori get minutes of someone I was screaming out for. I'm so glad he got to get his debut. I know it's in the Emirates Cup, but debut in an Arsenal shirt at home at the Emirates. So I'm very happy to see that.
I don't think these don't know there's a penalty shootout, bruv. Why are they clashing the fans?
They're walking around doing a lap of honour.
I don't think there's a penalty shootout, bro.
Shootout has been cancelled.
This is what I'm saying. We're not in USA, man. We're in England, man. We don't do this.
You know what? If that is the case, then I'm glad, because those penalty shootouts.
Yeah, it would be so pointless. It would be so pointless. So the players.
We've won the game 2-0 at a canter. Why are you having a penalty shootout?
Yeah, the players are doing a lap of
the
honour.
Bournemouth game, the penalty shootout was relevant, yeah.
Because of the draw, yeah.
Because it was a draw.
In the US, I didn't mind it, as it's a.
I did.
I don't mind it. It is what it is. But here, it's like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
I'm conscious of wrapping up soon, but I do want to say, like I said, there's some nice things we see today. Calafiori got minutes. Ethan Wanyeri and Mars Lewis-Skelly also got minutes. Again, I think it's key.
But don't expect to see them man there come next week. They're not going to play.
They'll be in the squad though.
They might be in the squad.
Yeah, and I think that's still.
Listen, we can only go by previous.
Do you know what? Saying that, you could actually see them.
They will be in the.
They'll be in the squad, but they're not going to see them off the bench.
They're not going to get much minute. Listen,
but
Arsenal are one of the least rotated sides in the Premier League. Premier League starts next week. The stakes are very high. Come next week, you heard the manager said he wants 114 points. You know what I mean? Come next week, fighting for places, let alone the youngsters. I don't think we're going to see too much of them. It's good that they've got minutes. Good that they've made an impression, but let's keep it 100. Come next week, the team that started today is more or less the ones going to start. And then even in terms of the squad, some of those guys, you know what I mean, who came on as subs today may not see too much action. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
It's injuries.
Just me as a fan, I hope to see the youngsters.
Yeah, of course.
That's all I want to see. I'm going to just read some of the quickly super chats as well before I get these two's man of the matches before we close off. You can see the Emirates Cup there being displayed on the screen. Super J from Joe Wright says, did you see what Edu said? Be patient, you won't be disappointed in the end. We're getting the marquee signing.
When did he say that? Because that is a good quote if he said that.
It is a good quote, but I don't know where he said that.
That sounds very encouraging.
He did see Lee and me and Julian when was at the last game, and he was saying, like, I think he just to say, like, wait, there's stuff, like, just be patient. But that is...
Well, he's always going to say that, but I'm more encouraged by
him saying be patient.
I'm expecting him to say